Hello, let's talk about data types in C. So we have started with a small program of C language, which was just typing some printing statement, right? So let's understand data types in C. So data types is basically you declare a variable. Let me go to the paint view. So you declare a variable, and this variable is something which is creating a container inside a memory, right? So this is what a container is. Let's How do you declare a variable? It's like you use a statement called as let's see, you are creating a variable of int, okay, so integer, and then there is a name of the variable, let's see, a, and if you are assigning a particular value to this variable is 10, and then you give a semicolon to end of the statement, right? So this is what's the one line to declare a variable. So uh, what happens in the memory is actually inside a memory, so there is a variable of name a is getting created. This is called as a one container, and this container is a type of integer, so this is called as a data type. Okay, and let's understand what are the different data types inside a C. So there are basic data types, which is nothing but the integer data types. Then there is a float, double, character, bool, and the void also. You must have seen many times while looking at the C program. And then there are called derived data types, which are called as array, pointer, and functions, which will have more functionality to more values to interact with. And then there is something called as user defined data types, where we'll have a different types of data can be combined, right? Now first we'll understand about a primary or a basic data types. That is very important. Okay, so inside this there are three basic data types. One is integer, okay, as we know that on the number line, so we have a 0, okay, at the starting place, and then toward this sides we have all positive numbers like 1, 2, 3, and then towards left sides we have all negative numbers, right? So integer says that yes, obviously it will be a counting number, so you can have something called as you can say 0, 1, these are all integer values, right? So inside an integers we have two subtypes. Let's say there is signed and unsigned integer. Now let's understand what is this sign and unsigned. So sign says that it will include positive as well as negative values also, okay, but in unsigned you can have only positive values. Now if you are very sure yes, there are values which will be coming only positive like counting, so in that case you can go with an unsigned if you are very specific. And if you know that there are some values which might come positive as well as negative, like a temperature value could also be -50, okay, or maybe -5, so in that case you can go with the signed options also. Or if you go with the general, then that's completely fine, that is an integer that you can declare. And inside a sign also, based on the, let's say, range, you can take like int might take 2 bytes or 4 bytes. Let's see, this short int can take 2 bytes, okay, if you are sure that my integer value will be only considered with the help of 2 bytes. And then if you are sure that your value will be much more larger, so it is around go up to 8 bytes, you can say. And similar way for unsigned also, it will be same, but it will be considering the positive value, so obviously the range will be let's see, upper range, that is can be a doubled. Okay, so here you can say that if I say -10 to, let's see, +10, then obviously you have a 20 values for an unsigned. And if you go with signed value, if you go with unsigned, then it will be 0 to, let's say, almost 20, so you can have 40 values and the range will also be double. So this is what a significance or use case of in. And then we have a character with just to store a one single character. And then again that we have this specifications, which is a character takes 1 byte, okay, and similar to that, so we can go with the signed char and unsigned char also based on the range. And then we have again a floating. So float is something we can take 4 bytes, okay, based on the range, or 8 bytes also, and this is completely in 8 bytes. Okay, this way based. Okay, so this way we have understood about our primary data types like integer, character, and floating, right? Now let's understand through a programmatic way how it will be printed. So let me go to the online compiler. So I'll start with a statement called as hash include stdio.h. Yes. So then we have a functions called as int main, okay, which is what my main function is. Then I'll start with the main function opening and closing. Now just I need to declare a variable, okay, of type integer. Let's say I'll go with int a. Then I'm declaring a float also, which is, let's see, float f. Then I'm declaring a double also, so double, let's say d, this way. And then I can go with a character also, like character ch. So these are the all variable declarations, and let's print them. You can say printing those. So print f. Okay, so let's print the size of them with the help of sizeof operator. So print integer size. Integer sizes. So let's see, for this we have a specifier called as ZU, and let's see whether we are able to print the integer size of, okay, of a correctly, and then we'll go with all the statements. So let's run this program by selecting C. Yes, now it is says there's integer size is 4, and now this is inside in terms of bytes section. So I'll just write it as a byte, so I'll make it integer. So let's run it. Okay, now it is of 4 bytes. Automatically it has taken this a has been declared as integer and the size is 4 bytes. So let's understand for other data types also what is the size of. Let me print this 4 lines, and here I should mention the second is called as float, then the third double, and then the character. So character, right? Now here I should change the variable name of a particular data type, and this is f, this is t for double, and then character for ch. Now let's print this. Okay, so let me take everything is on the next line by using /n. Okay, now let me run. Okay, see, integer size is 4 bytes, float size is also 4 bytes, double size is 8 bytes, and the character size is 1 byte. So this way we can get the size of a particular let's say data type, right? So that's it for today. Okay, now we'll go with the next session in which we'll see more programs, okay, which will with the help of different data types and print them and access them, okay, and do certain arithmetic calculations with them. Okay.